Hey, what's up? Ray DelVecchio here from websiteprofitcourse.com. As my domain suggests, I built a website because I wanted to teach people how to make money with websites. My primary way of making money was by selling web design as a service, so I wanted to teach people how to do that with local businesses. But it still amazes me now that I have a YouTube channel and a website where I talk to people all over the world. There's so much skepticism when it comes to how you can make money online. And it makes sense because there's a lot of people who push it like it's simple, and it's not. But I wanted to wrap up almost all the ways you can make money into this one slide here. So we're going to go through 10 of them. And I'm going to start with the one that I think is the shadiest and weirdest ways to make money, and that's ad arbitrage. Let me pull up an example of this because I saved a screenshot. So here's the example that I saved the other day because it's so common. You might read an article online and you get to the end of the article and you'll see 6 or 7 ads for just completely random things. It usually is something that's going to like shock you, like, you know, a piece of fruit with worms in it or something like that, or, you know, a surgeon talking about the one food you can't eat, or in this case, a really attractive person. So this girl, Paige Spiranak, she's a golfer. So I knew that this ad for her would lead towards a page that does this ad arbitrage. And so they're basically buying ads to get traffic to their website. And this is usually a slideshow. So they're getting paid by these display ads, which we'll talk about in the next bullet point. But if you go through this page, I mean, it's just littered with ads everywhere. You can see here you got the banner ad at the top, a video ad here, a banner ad here, a couple of ads here, another banner ad here. You got 3 more ads here by Taboola, which is one of the networks that does these content ads. And they want to do a slideshow to get you to load 10 or 15 pages that have 10 or 15 ads, and that's how they make money, by you clicking on these ads, not through their content. Let me pull up one live and see if I can get that. So here's a perfect example. I'm at the end of a CNN article. And obviously, any media company that's not selling something directly, they make most of their money through advertising. And down here, you can see they have the paid content, you know, notification, which is kind of hard to read. You're probably not going to look at that as much as you're going to look at the titles. And they call this a smart feed. This is Outbrain.com. But, I mean, they might as well just call it a dumb feed, because if you click on any of these, you're going to be dumber. And this is one image that you see all the time. Ellen looking at Katy Perry, obviously just admiring a part of her body. So, you know, you get these people that are kind of experts with manipulating your emotions and your thoughts by using some of these images. And like right here, they tell you the site at the bottom. This is from investing.com, which you might think is a real website. I mean, that sounds legitimate. Whereas this one is graduates with a Z. That obviously seems completely bogus. But if I click on the investing article, let's see if it is a legitimate website or if they're running ads. And as expected, we have ad banners popping up absolutely everywhere. And here's our slideshow. So that's a perfect live example of ad arbitrage, which I think is the scummiest way to make money online. There's plenty of other bad methods to make money online, but I wanted to just go through that one. And we're going to start with legitimate ones, and I tried to put these in order of difficulty. So the second one is Google Adsense, and we just saw that on the last example. Those are the banner ads that we were looking at. And the big difference is that if you put this on your website, as long as your content is serving a purpose, you're trying to legitimately say something important, put your vision out into the world, not for the sole purpose of making money like those ad arbitrage websites are, there's no problem with putting Google AdSense on your site. The only issue is that you're going to need a lot of traffic. So you can get money fast, but the money you get might be like a nickel or a dime. And that's exactly how I made my first money online. I had a couple of blogs. They were anonymous, so I wasn't putting my face or my name behind them. But I had Google AdSense on them. And I want to say I made something like $1,000 or $2,000 in total. And that was over the course of a couple years. The first money I made was, you know, cent by cent, and you had to get to $100 to even get that first payoff, which I think that probably took me months, like 4 or 5 months to even get there from the point I made my first couple of cents. That really did put the seed in my head, like, you can make money online, and there's a ton of ways to do this. The last thing I want to do is get a job, have to rely on another business, and work on other people's ideas instead of my own. And that brings up my next point. You know, once I started learning about websites and how to create them, I realized that to make money fast, you can't rely on a long-term project like a blog. The easiest way to make money is to sell a service. You need one person, and you can charge, depending on the service you're offering, anywhere from $20, $50, $100, up to multiple thousands of dollars. And over the course of time, I shifted from doing one-time project work to trying to find local businesses that I could work with long-term. And I put together an entire video going through how you can start a web design business. So if you have those skills and you're interested in selling your service, I'll link up that video here in the top right. Next up is affiliate marketing. So you can become an affiliate for another company, and basically you're just promoting their product or service. So you don't have to fulfill anything on your end. All you have to do is find companies or networks that offer affiliate opportunities, and usually you either have a tracking code, like a coupon code or something like that, or you're going to have an affiliate link. So somebody's going to click on that link, and if that person buys, it's going to get attributed to you, and you get a payout as long as that customer, stays a customer and doesn't ask for a refund. So through my website and YouTube channel, the way that I do this most prominently is through website hosting. I recommend that people sign up with a handful of hosts that I've used in the past and that I fully trust. And this goes back to, making sure that you're passionate about what you're selling. I'm not trying to just make money selling websites. I really want you to create a website that makes you a better writer, gives you more opportunities, and I know you can do it because I did it. And I'm highly introverted. I created my channel because I could talk about, websites and the interests that I'm working on day to day, but I'm not really big on small talk. I'm not big on, large social gatherings. And frankly, I don't like the idea of working in an office. I mean, I just think there's too much nonsense going on. You waste too much time with meetings. You spend too much time on things that you're not interested in. And that's just not a way I wanted to live my life. Let me show you a couple affiliate networks. The most prominent affiliate network is Amazon. I mean, everybody knows Amazon, and you can sign up to their affiliate program, and once you have an account, they're going to put this bar at the top of every product page, and you can grab an affiliate link and promote that. Now, they actually just announced, and I don't think they gave a lot of notice to this, but it was really big news in the internet marketing world that they were dropping the affiliate rates for a lot of these product categories. So some people I think were making anywhere between like 6 to 10%. It might have been a little bit lower than that, maybe 9%, 8%. But that's what they were getting on certain products, and Amazon was cutting them back up to 5 times. So there's some people that probably had affiliate websites that had their income cut by maybe 50 to 80%, almost overnight. And there was a lot of people that were angry at that. And I'm thankful that even though I make a little bit of money through Amazon, it's not my primary method of making money. This is a big way that lifestyle blogs make money. Anything having to do with, home organization, kitchen, cooking. Amazon's a natural way to promote products that you use. And then obviously if you write a blog or make a video on a product, you're likely going to get more sales if you're showing that product in action and giving a really good descriptive review of it. And I got 2 other networks up here. One is Share a Sale. This is an affiliate network where you can browse people in categories that have affiliate opportunities for you. So you can link up with companies, smaller companies that you might not have heard of, or you can see here they have bigger ones like the NBA store. That's one of their featured merchants. The first one we saw a couple slides ago was Jillian Michaels. She's obviously a very big personality in the health and fitness space. And another one, which is more for digital products, is ClickBank. So I highly recommend that you check out companies or products that you're already using and see if they have affiliate opportunities that you can tap into. The next one here is sponsorship, and this is the main method that podcasts are monetized right now, but you can also do it for blogs. And again, I think the food niche is a good example of this, where maybe a company that's selling, a monthly subscription box or something like that, they might look for bloggers to promote that through a blog post. In a way, similar to affiliate marketing, but I guess the main difference is that instead of you just going ahead with a tracking code or a tracking affiliate link, you have a direct negotiation with the company, and you get X amount of dollars for a certain amount of work or placement in a certain spot on your website or what have you. So there's definitely more variables with sponsorship, whereas with affiliate marketing it's much more clear cut, where you get 5% of a sale after X amount of days or whatever. A popular one nowadays, getting paid for lead generation. And I think the biggest nationwide example of this might be Home Advisor. I work personally with local contractors, and so they're kind of like the enemy of local contractors. Some people work with Home Advisor and they want to be on their list, but basically the way they operate, in a nutshell, is they buy leads on a handful of ad networks, the main one being Google, and then they sell that lead to 5 to 7 local contractors in the area for a markup. So they're basically making 5 to 10 times on what they paid for the lead and sending that off to a handful of contractors to compete for that work. And that's why I think for local contractors it's so important to have your own website presence. But you'll see businesses nowadays that operate off of this business model. It's pay per lead as opposed to pay per click, which is what Google advertising is when you're paying for search traffic. People who have optimized the whole process of buying leads and getting them to convert on a website, they can buy a lead for whatever it is, $10, $20, $50, and sell that for double or triple or quadruple. It really depends on the market. The next one is something that I think everybody should strive to create, and that's a digital product. With the exception of selling your service, which is basically selling your time, all these other methods to make money are either promoting another company or bringing business to somebody else. With a digital product, it's something that you can create one time and then promote it, and that scales a lot better than most of these other things. At that point, you can charge what you want, and you can package it up in a few ways. For instance, you can do an online course. That's something that you can host on your own website through a WordPress plugin, or you can use a third-party service like Teachable. You can also create a monthly membership. That's a great way to create recurring revenue. That's when your income is going to become a lot more predictable. And this is not, used car sales. Like I said, you're selling something you're passionate about, and you're connecting with people that are passionate about the same subject. So you need to get over that fear if you really want to make money. Now we're getting into physical products, and you probably heard of this term, drop shipping. All this really is creating your own storefront, an e-commerce website, but when somebody orders a product, it just gets shipped directly from the manufacturer or the distributor directly to the customer, so you don't actually have any inventory that you have to deal with. And really, there's a way to do drop shipping through Amazon. It's called FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon. So if you do get a pallet of something shipped, instead of getting it sent to you, you can just get it shipped directly to Amazon, and they'll take care of the fulfillment. The next step above that is you might have a physical product. At that point, you're going to have to get into fulfillment. The beautiful thing about living in the world we live in today is that there is services that do all these tasks if you want to outsource it. The last money-making method is probably the least popular for the average person, but if you have a little bit of coding skill and creativity, you can potentially turn your idea into software and sell that as a service, and that's what this stands for, software as a service. And obviously there's very big examples of this. For instance, I pretty much run my business on a handful of software as a service companies like Google Drive, or really Google's entire suite of tools, Gmail, Drive, Google Docs, Google Sheets. I use Dropbox to sync files across my computers. I use Adobe Creative Cloud. I use MailChimp email marketing, and one of my favorite tools is Grammarly. That's like an advanced writing tool that helps clean up your writing as you're writing emails, documents, pretty much anything. So I think that actually might be my most useful tool. And in a really small way, I'm getting into this with my membership because one thing you might not know about Google's tools is they let you write code to automate between any of their tools, between Gmail, Google Sheets, Google Calendar. So I have a couple of tools in the works, and one already launched, which is a time tracker that automatically tracks your time. All you have to do is use Google Calendar and follow a few rules, and you'll have a spreadsheet and a graph, a chart of your weekly hours, and really it's a way to track your productivity, to make sure you're staying on track if your goal is to make money with a website. And for finding freelancing clients for web design, I'm building a tool that's automatically going to send cold emails. So that's a really boring and repetitive task that a lot of people do manually, and you have to do it in order to, find potential clients. I'm going to have a tool that's going to automate that, just as long as you use Gmail and Google Sheets. That's just a little example of how I'm using, like I said, a little bit of software as part of my digital product. So regardless of your circumstance, it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're a complete beginner, you got a little bit of knowledge, you've been doing it a few years. The biggest thing you got to do is just take action. If you do have skills with building websites and you want to make money with web design, I have a free giveaway on my homepage, 15 tools to start your web design business. You can download that from websiteprofitcourse.com. And if your goal is more to create a blog and make money passively, I can show you how to get set up with all the fundamentals in 14 days. Go to 14dayblog.com. I'll link that up here in the top right, and both of these links are going to be in the description below. If you found this video helpful and it kind of demystified, how a website makes money, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If I missed anything, or if you have a creative example of how a website makes money, leave it in the comments below. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. And make sure you subscribe to join me on the next video.